Psalm 34. So this psalm, David actually wrote that this is written when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech. And so at that time, it seems like he still is like trusting in God. And he said he will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. And he wants us to exalt the Lord with him. He said that he sought the Lord and God answered him and rescued him from all of his fears. So I guess he was afraid for his life, but by pretending to be insane, he got rescued, I guess. And pretty much that God delivered him and blessed him, and he said that blessed is the man who takes refuge in God, and the young lions will suffer hunger, and but those who seek the Lord will not lack any good thing. And he actually wants to be in a position where he teaches people how to reverence and respect the Lord. And that the eyes of the Lord are towards the righteous, and he is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Verse 19 really speaks to me. The affliction of the righteous are many, but the Lord rescued him from them all. So being a Christian doesn't mean you're gonna have like all happy days. You're going to have days that is challenging, and you're gonna have trials and tribulations, and similar to what David said, afflictions, but God will rescue them. And for those who love God, God will turn mourning into joy. God will turn brokenness into a masterpiece. God will take our sorrows and have us remember them no more, and he will take the bad things and will use them, all things, to work together for good to those who love him. And verse 20 actually reminds me of Jesus, and verse 19 and 20 together actually remind me of Jesus. And I think that's why God said that not one of his bones, Jesus' bones, will be broken, because he is considered a righteous person to God, and he lived a perfect holy life. And out of everyone who ever lived, he's the one who is, considered to be righteous, and and God protected all of his bones. So to me, when I read this, it's like something with the bones that are important. And maybe that's why people from the past, from the ancient to now, burial and preserving the body has been such an important thing in the ancients' mind. And for me, who is considering cremation, when I read this, I kind of wonder, there has to be something there that I don't fully know, but I think God can work with anything. So the Lord redeems the soul of his servants, and none of those who take refuge in him will suffer for their guilt. So that clearly means that we do have guilt, but we do have sins. However, God redeems our soul, and it's very interesting that David wrote this before Jesus, and that's why God said that all scripture is God breathed. It's like one of the instances. This David did not know about the thing that Jesus did and is going to do, but yet he knows that God will redeem our souls through, and now in modern day, we know that that is through the work of Jesus, and those who take refuge in him, none of those will suffer for their guilt, because Jesus washed away our sin and paid the price for our sin to redeem us for God. And so these, like David in his inspiration by God, wrote things that resonate with us who live in the 20th century, 21st century, or like now it's what, the 23rd. But so this is what he does, and that's called inspiration. Yeah, and we don't have to suffer for our guilt. We Jesus took it all. Yep. So those are what resonated with me.